Hello and welcome to our first Lunch and Learn of 2021 on goal setting and getting started. My name is Allison Knight and I'm the health coach for Employee Health Center. So, like most people, right after the new year, you might be thinking about setting some resolutions, or I recently heard the word used intentions, which might be more fitting. The thing about setting a resolution or an intention or a goal is that setting one large goal can be very daunting and overwhelming. Instead, it's a good idea to try to break up your goals into smaller goals. So you set kind of a long-term big picture goal, and then you create smaller short-term goals that are going to help you reach that large goal. Once you break that down into those short-term goals, then you're going to create an action plan which has specific steps that you need to achieve in order to reach each goal. Also important to remember that goals are fluid. They are not set in stone, and they can change, and they should change and grow along with you. If you're in a different point in your life, you might need to make a change to adjust to what's going on in your life at that point, compared to what might be going on in your life right now. So the first thing you want to do is you want to assess and select. So you want to look at your current lifestyle, the current behaviors you might have, and your current habits. From there, you want to decide what area or areas you are more ready to make a change in. And then choose one that you are most ready to make a change in to set your first goal. For example, maybe you're not ready to give up your weekly fish fry, but you really want to start fitting in 10 minutes of exercise every day during the week. So you would start with the exercise and maybe work up to, a bi-weekly or monthly fish fry later on. You want to make sure that you're being specific. You want your goal to be specific. Instead of just saying, I want to eat healthier or I want to exercise, you might say, I want to eat 2 cups of fruits and veggies on the weekdays. Or, like I said, 10 minutes of exercise every day during the week. Having a clear and concise goal is going to, first of all, help guide you on what you want to accomplish, but it also helps you easily identify your progress. If you have no way to measure that you're being successful, you might not be able to see the success even though it's actually happening. Which leads us to our next thing. Make it measurable. So you want to have a way to measure your success. This might be using a scale to measure weight loss, though remember that this number on the scale is maybe not always the best indicator. Oftentimes, getting a body fat percent and a lean mass percent might be more beneficial. Are you losing body fat and gaining muscle mass? And if you are increasing your exercise, you might see that the scale number doesn't actually go down, but you lose inches. So in that instance, a tape measure to measure the inches that you've lost on your body. This means that typically you're creating more lean mass and losing fat mass. Or you might look at, a calendar or a checklist that you use to mark the days that you ate your fruits and vegetables. Having that tool to show progress will keep you motivated, and it will also help build up your self-confidence. When you feel confident in being able to achieve something, you're more likely to stick with it. And when you see that progress, you're more likely to continue being motivated to do that change. Then you want to assess the attainability. You want to make sure that your goal is realistic and truly attainable. Losing 10 pounds in a week is probably not realistic, but losing 10 pounds in 3 months may be realistic for you. You want to make sure that you aren't setting yourself up for failure right off the bat by setting an impossible goal that's going to be very difficult to achieve. Now, on the flip side, you want to make sure that your goal is also going to make you feel accomplished. Because again, if it's too easy and it's something you could do in your sleep, or it's something you're really already doing, then you're again not building up that self-confidence. You're not seeing that progress. You're not going to feel motivated to make a change. But you want to make sure that it's not too hard to accomplish either. You want to make sure that it's relevant and timely. So remember, goals are fluid and they can change and grow with you. You want to ensure that your goal is relevant to what you want to accomplish in life in general, but that it's also relevant to you in your current stage of life as well. Oftentimes I speak with clients about how, when they were 20, before they had kids in their career and all of this stuff going on, it was so easy to cook at home and it was so easy to exercise and maintain their weight. But then I have to point out to them that they just said all of these responsibilities they have now that they didn't have then. And so what worked for them then is probably not feasible anymore, and it's probably not going to work for where they are in their life now. So you need to take a look at your life now and realize that it might look completely different in 6 months, especially now. We have no idea what the future holds right now. So you want to set a time limit on when you want to accomplish it by as well. So, for example, I want to run an 8-minute mile by June 15th of this year. You want to have this cut off so it isn't just ambiguous, oh, I'm going to do this, but I don't really have an idea on when I want to accomplish it by. So you've set your goals, you created your action plan, you have your big picture goal on what you want to see yourself accomplishing in 5 years maybe. But now, how do you continue to stick with it? You might have some progress and then you might fall off the wagon. How do you get back on the wagon? You might want to ensure that you're setting yourself up to stick with the goals that you've created. So do things one thing at a time. Limit your goals to one at a time. If you have multiple goals in multiple different areas, having too many can, again, feel overwhelming and daunting. And even if you've broken them down into more manageable steps, it still can be way too much. So try picking one area that you feel most confident and ready to make a change in. And once you're successful in making a change in that area, decide what might be the next logical goal or step to reach your ultimate goal. Plan ahead. This is key for goal setting and probably just getting through your daily tasks and life. Meal prepping, writing gym days on the calendar, just like any other appointment that you might have, setting reminders to unwind for bed or for drinking water or for getting up and moving when you're at your desk all day long can all help you stay on track. They keep you accountable. They add that extra bit of accountability into your day. Having things planned out for the week or the month and already built into your schedule makes it harder to skip them, and it makes it harder to get you off track because you have them built into your day and you have these reminders to remind you to do them. If we don't have the reminders, it's very easy to get lost in your day. It was a really busy day at work, or you forgot you have to pick the kids up for something, or you forgot something for dinner, and then you forget to do what you intended to do. So those reminders are extremely important because our mind is being pulled into so many different directions during the day. Involve others. So again, another layer of accountability. Having accountability is really a key to being successful. Let those around you know what your goals are and how they can help you reach them. So family, friends, coworkers, let them know how they can help you reach your goals, and maybe even let them know certain ways that they might be hindering you from reaching your goals. Having supportive family and coworkers can make it easier for you to stay on track. Having family or coworkers who are also committed to making similar changes to you can make it even easier because you have a buddy or someone who knows exactly what you're going through. In addition, establishing your goals with a health coach may provide even more extra support and accountability, as well as education and other resources that you might need to continue sticking with your goals. Create incentives. Planning out incentives and rewards for your progress and along the way can help you continue having success. Try to make the rewards relevant to what your goal is, though. So again, if you're trying to get more sleep, you're setting those reminders for bedtime to put away the devices, unwind, relax, and get in bed, maybe a new foam pillow or a weighted blanket. If you're trying to get in more steps or you're trying to get in 30 minutes of exercise a day, maybe a new activity tracker so you can track your steps, you can track your heart rate, you can track your exercise intensity, stress management, maybe book yourself a massage, Or if you're looking for, upping your nutrition game and maybe starting to meal plan and eat healthier and cook more from home, maybe a trip to the local health food store to stock up on some tasty new foods to try. You want to try to stick with a reward that's going to continue to benefit your progress instead of, say, splurge on a big chocolate cake when you're trying to watch your calorie intake or you're trying to cut back on your sugar intake. Take a break. It is okay to skip the gym for a day. It's okay to enjoy a cheeseburger. One of the biggest barriers in our thinking is that because we skipped a day or in our mind we screwed up, that it's over, we're done, we can't do it, we failed, we might as well just quit. And that, not only that, but if we do want to start over, we can't start until it's Monday or it's the first of the month or it's the first of the new year. We can enjoy a treat guilt-free, which I know is harder said than done, but working on dealing with those emotions, not allowing yourself feel guilty for things, and then getting right back on track. This all or nothing mentality that many people have is often too limiting and hindering, and it actually causes us to be less successful with our goals. Giving yourself some flexibility and some freedom to enjoy the things you do enjoy, but creating more regimented plans along the way can help you stick with those healthy routines. There's this quote that says, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, how many times you screw up on your goals, as long as you get back to it, that's the important thing, and that's what really matters. And also, you need to remember that change is a process. It doesn't happen overnight, or at least in most cases it does. In the cases that it does happen overnight, it's usually because something very profound, like a terminal illness or a loss, has happened to urge that change. Habits take a long time to develop, and the longer that we've had them, the longer they may take to break. If you eat a certain way, or if you have a sedentary lifestyle and you've been living like that for a long time, those can be hard to break. So making sure that you're allowing yourself to create small goals that are challenging enough to make you feel successful and building on those to reach your ultimate goal. If you want to set a goal, make sure it's something that you are truly committed to and wanting to make a change in. And in the long run, it's going to be a lifetime commitment to stay with your new habit. So the term diet, for instance, I don't like to use the word diet because diet implies eating a certain way for a certain amount of time. And while you may see results, in the long run, for the most part, you're going to go back to the way that you used to eat. And then you're going to see the weight come back on. So you really need to find a way to incorporate healthier eating into your current diet, or a way to incorporate exercise into your current lifestyle, or managing stress, or whatever it might be for you, in a way that you know you're going to be able to sustain in the long term to reach your overall wellness goal. If you're looking for some more information on creating resolutions that will stick, or if you're looking on more information on positive psychology and mind tools for goal setting, I highly recommend these resources below. And if you're looking for help in making a healthy behavior change, or you're just looking for that extra support and accountability, you can make an appointment with me using the information listed below. Thank you so much for joining me this month for our Lunch and Learn on goal setting and getting started, and we will see you next month for our Lunch and Learn.